Okay, so hello and welcome back everyone. Today I have this in front of me, which is the Canon G7X, the first generation G7X. So I bought this thing for myself, obviously, maybe for these videos, because now I don't have any zoom lenses, because I do not desire to have any zoom lenses, but this thing has a nice 1-inch sensor with a zoom lens, which is awesome enough, I think, that I will use it, obviously. So this is a compact, but it has a 1-inch sensor and it records 1080p 60 fps. Now I don't think I've made anything over 1080p 60 fps, so I think that's fine with this thing. And also has a flip screen like my 6400. And yeah, it does not have a hot shoe, so you cannot like block it. And I do not have a cage for this thing, so I'm not gonna block the thing itself. So then once you like flip this thing forward, it's like a vlog mode. Then you can turn this thing on. Let me go give you like a bit higher perspective as well, like this, I think, so you can actually see. Yeah, so then let's turn this guy on, and I turn it right on like this. Shut not in my clothes, but it's okay, so okay, as you can see. Then let's flip this guy back down, and there you go. So this thing has no viewfinder, but I think that's okay enough, because obviously this is a compact camera and you're not gonna be using this thing like any professional grade camera, but it is good enough. Now this thing has this 1.8 to 2.8 lens. I mean, yeah, f1.8 to 2.8 lens, which has a zoom range of 24 to 100 mil, I think. And this ring is stepped, not like the RX100 which I had like last time, I think, where this thing is smooth, this thing is stepped. Now I have this thing in A mode, so it's gonna control the aperture. See, f2, f2.8, f4, and I think my light is flickering again. Yeah, let me go fix this. So let's fix the light so that it doesn't flicker. Then let's put a small hood on it. Okay, there you go, nice. Then this thing has some cool features like this multi-blade front thingy, as you can see. So it has like this many blade design thingy, which probably lets the zoom ring become smaller. I mean the front bit smaller, because you can fit more blades into the same height as you would one small blade. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was understandable, but yeah. So essentially what this multi-blade design is like, for example, you can store one blade. For example, this one blade. Then you want to store another blade behind it. So then they'll be the same size, but they can cover like double the space. See, you can like cover this much right now. Instead of like only this much, you can cover this much, if that's understandable. Yeah. So what that means is that you can actually store a larger lens inside a smaller body, which is small. This is very, very small. This is my hand. My hand's not very big, and this is properly pocketable. Yeah. So it's good enough for your jacket. I mean, your normal jacket pocket, I think, because I don't think you can fit this thing in jeans, but you can fit in normal pants pockets. So yeah. Then this ring step, you can change this thing's function with the ring function thingy, which is right here. Yeah? So you can change it like this with this one left up button right here. Then you can like change it to standard, ISO speed, focus, white balance, zoom, dynamic range, shadow correct, aspect ratio, and custom. So this thing has a 3x2 sensor like my 6400. So yeah, that's normal. Then although I would like 4x3, but what you call this thing, 3x2 is also good. Then you have this record button, which works. This thing can record up to 1080p 60 fps, if I have not mentioned that. Yeah, so you can also like rewatch this thing again, which works. And a good thing about this is you can actually have a touchscreen. See, so cannot magnify. Okay, so you can like magnify. See, you can zoom, and the touchscreen is actually good. So it's like a phone touchscreen instead of like Sony's touchscreen, which is like some calculator touchscreen, which is pretty rubbish. Then the front is pretty much done. I've explained the ring, the lens. The lens actually extends when you zoom, so that's one thing to consider when you're like making something for it. Yeah, see, it goes out by a few millimeters, I think. and I think I haven't cleaned the inside of this bit, so it's a bit like grummy. Let's clean that later, yeah. Okay, so let's push that over for later, and for now let's move on to the settings. So I mean the controls, yeah. So this thing has this mode dial like normal, like PASM and other functions on this dial right there, yeah. Then you got like this, what you call this thing? Auto exposure up and down thingy, AE I think, or what the heck you call it, this thing. Metering essentially, yeah. So this thing like manipulates the meter in like auto mode, so it actually like shit that's green. So you can actually like push images like film. You can like push the light meter essentially with checking it into different films. This thing you can check this thing into like going +1, so you can have a +1 exposure. So for example, you do this, then you'll have a photo which is one stop over the normal brightness. When you put it back at 0, then you'll have a normal photo at 0 stops. So this is not overly bright, and this is overly bright. See, that's for pushing up. Like if you want to save the highlights, then you can push it down with minus something. Then if you want to push the shadows up so you can actually see them, you can like push this thing to plus something. So that's pretty simple, pretty understandable. You got also this strap which is from Canon. Pretty rare I get straps, yeah, because this thing I did not buy with the box. Then you got this, like, this is actually pretty nice, this thumb rest thingy. So it actually has this like sharp edge right here, yeah, which actually is pretty comfortable for your finger, so it doesn't like slip around. You can just push this thing like this, and that's pretty nice to hold. The flip screen is light enough, actually works. Then the record buttons right here, I've already explained that. The buttons you can actually access, so the menus over here, yeah. And not every single thing is inside this menu, so it's like super bare bones. I do not like that. Also, I did not think that this thing, I mean, I knew that this thing could do RAW, but I did not know how to change this thing to RAW. So what I did in the end, oh yeah, also you can like navigate by scrolling up and down like this, or like scrolling this wheel, or like up and down and right and left like this. Then you can okay to like select something, and since there's no like settings like what video resolution you want and like other stuff like that, you have to go into the front menu here, yeah. And you can only change that stuff here. So to do that, you can like click this function select thingy, and there you can like choose ISO, auto white balance thingy, and bracketing, self timer, this ND filter. It also has an ND filter, which is pretty handy I think. And 3x2 raw. See, you can only set the raw and JPEG over here. Then this large thingy, which is the file size for JPEGs. This thing is also not in the settings. Super fine. This thing is also not in the settings. And this, the video resolution, is also not in the settings. So not sure why, but Canon did not include that in the settings. So that is so rubbish, like of a feature, yeah. And this is the playback. You can also scroll and zoom. Then yeah, that's pretty much it for the G7X. Oh yeah, also it takes this, which is the charger for the, what you call this thing? Not sure what battery it's for. It's a CB2LHE, might be not the original, I'm not sure. And it takes this like dual AC plug, which is this thing right here, yeah. It's pretty standard for these chargers. And it takes this battery, which is gonna be the Canon battery, obviously. This thing is a NB13L from Canon, I think, because it has this like hologram thingy on the bottom. It should be original, not sure, because I've not been buying Canons in like the last few months, I think. Then I also got an SD card with this thing, but it's like a Panasonic Class 6 8GB SD card. Not my usual 64GB for free SD card thingy, so yeah. Then that's pretty much it. Also for Sony shooters, this thing is gonna go in this way, so it's not gonna face the battery, it's gonna face like the outside, like this. Then yeah, so that's pretty much it. This thing has NFC, which I don't think actually works, because I'm not sure if my phone actually, my phone works with NFC, but I'm not sure that my I've ever like found a camera that actually works with NFC. This thing has Wi-Fi, which can share images. Not sure about live view. I'm not sure if that actually is a thing on this thing, and also has this like, what you call this thing, like this super old AV out digital port thingy, which is just this micro USB. It's a, I'm not sure what this thing's called, but it's called a USB. Then this like the small HDMI port. I might be using this thing for a webcam one day, but I'm not sure about what I'm gonna do with this thing. Cause honestly, I think I like the what you call this thing. I like the feel of this better than an RX100, but I like the build of the RX100 way better than this. Cause the RX100 is more or less metal, fully metal, and this thing's like, this thing is metal I think, but only it feels like plastic. Cause the coating I think, yeah, like this rubbery, sticky coating thing. So I'm not sure about that. Then for specs, I think this thing's comparable to like the RX100 Mark III maybe, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, hope you liked it, and yeah, for this channel I think I'm gonna have less lenses coming in the future few weeks, cause I think after the holiday people have liked their lenses a bit more and are not selling them, so I'm not gonna be able to buy any lenses for this few weeks or days, something like that, yeah, because of the fact that nobody's selling them for cheap. And the Ashika's not done yet, which is a bummer obviously. And yeah, thank you for watching, hope you liked it, and for the meantime I think I can do keyboard reviews, because I do like these mechanical keyboards for like how mechanical they are and how you can like tweak their mechanics by like putting a loop and stuff like that into the keys. I might be doing like another looping video, but not sure about that, yeah. So hope you like it, and thank you and goodbye.